Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, everybody. It's September 23rd of the Duck Adventure. I'm going to go do recon here really fast and set off an aerial grenade. Look at the little duckies, they're all sleeping. Just look at them. So I'm going to go down really quick here, just to do a quick recon, like I said, to clear the swamp out, set a grenade off, and make sure the coast is clear. And then I'm going to film with the big camera. So, but just look at the little babies. Things must be pretty calm here because the ducks are seriously relaxed today. But I just want to make sure. So let's go. Sorry about that. I had to look up. A bunch of birds flew over and I didn't know what they were. All right. So let's go and see what if we can get a shot off here. Like I said, everything's been really quiet this morning. So I don't think we have any problems. I'm starting to think that I'm beating the predators here. Oh yeah, by the way, it rained like crazy last night and it's gonna rain today again. Alright guys, I'm starting to think that, you know, my perseverance is starting to pay off here and that things are getting safer for the ducks. As I'm starting to think it's been a couple days since we've had a freaking peek on the ducks, and they're usually, you know, well, they're the indicator if something's wrong when they start freaking. So, alright, let's set the grenade off and see if we spook anything. Alright, let's get ready here. Well, I'm wondering if I did, you know, nail that coyote that night, and that his friends just took off, and that whole day, that whole night that we had that craziness going on with the four coming into the yard, and with Doug running and me shooting at them, and specifically me hitting that one. You know, did we blow the pack away? As in, you know, they don't want to be around here. All right. Let's go get the ducks and get the big camera, and I'll take a chance with no gun. And we'll get some decent filming here going on. It's going to be a good rush. I just know it. The ducks, I think, are going to get wound right out today. Lots of bird action though. Sorry about moving my head so quick there. I'm just, I'm scanning the area here. Actually, I'm just going to, before we go back, I want to just check this trail out, because just see if there's any marks in the mud, because it's the mud is pretty well virgin right now because of the rain last night. So if there's any footprints, right now is the time to see them. I don't see anything other than Doug. Doug's been really packing everything down around here lately. Oh, mosquito on my forehead. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's get the ducks. I think I don't see any paw prints at all. And the mud right now is like a blank canvas, so you know, I got a hunch that I think I honestly think I'm hitting I'm hitting the predators, and I'm just not getting blow away kill shots, but I am hitting them, and they are dying, because we just, I never, after I seem to be getting these single shots off at them, I never see them again. It's like that fox, I got that night, I got the shot off, and then, I didn't see that fox again, and the fox I did see, I think, was a new one. And then, the coyote, the same situation, I get that one single shot off, which, I do not believe I didn't blow him away in the middle of the, mid-air, because of the way the pellets were below and above him in the water. I think I hit him, and the fact that Doug licked the ground, that he was bleeding, and he just went away. Because now, I saw a tail, but I don't know if it was a fox. Who knows? So much action's going on here. It's crazy. This is exciting stuff. I never thought I would turn into a freaking predator hunter. I'm not big into hunting. Absolutely not a paw print anywhere in the mud. All right, let's go get Dougie. Dougie's got an upset stomach today. I forgot to even mention at the beginning, he got sick this morning, which is very, very strange. Doug, I've never seen him get sick, and today he just got sick for some reason, and he didn't even eat, and he was upset stomach, so he's in the house right now. He wanted to come out, he was all excited. All right, guys, we're gonna go get the big camera and let you out. Oh, Doug, he's all excited. I think he's over his upset stomach. All right. Oh, he's got his nose up. Dougie's smelling. Oh, Doug. He's a silly dog. All right, let's get these guys out of here. Bug back. Doug. Get back. The fence is still on. Hey, relax. Oh, Doug. Right to the fence. Oh, you haven't learned. Or he's forgotten. God. Come here. Well, Doug screwed up the morning rush a little bit there. He had a cut in front of me. But he's running around with his head up in the air. I don't know what's going on here. Like I said, Doug's off his game today. He's got an upset stomach. Alright, we'll get these guys to the lake and get some beef. I don't have my glasses today because I found yesterday with the glasses walking through the swamp was too hard. So I'm going to just try to shoot this whole scene here in Braille. So we're just going to wait for the ducks to come back because usually they do. But they're going to have a little graze here first. they should start their rush to the lake here any second. They seem to, take a couple bites of grass and then get all excited and head to the lake. And it's really bizarre is our hurt little duck came back last night and I don't see her limping today, so I don't know. Unless she's in the pen, but we'll check the pen after the rush here this morning. Alright, here they come. It started. Look at this. Alright, we got it happening. This is like when they make their mind up and it's time to go. Doug's doing a lot of sniffing here, so I don't know what's going to happen. And like I said, I let the aerial bomb off, so if there is a critter here, I can't see him hanging around, after an explosion. Doesn't make any sense. Goes against all animal instincts on survival. So the nice weather, we got a slight delay. It's not going to be today. It starts tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow the weatherman's right. And I'm going to get, we got something like, it's supposed to be like 5 days in a row of 25 degrees, 24 degrees. So, and that's like, 78, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So we could have a little Indian summer here and, get some action on the lake. I would love to spend some time on the lake with the ducks. Get some footage for you guys. Nice and sunny, warm day. I think Dog's gone to do a video bomb here behind me. Now I do have the shotgun on my back, but unfortunately if I'm down in the swamp I can't really drop the camera to use the shotgun, so... Doug! Get back here! Oh, what were you thinking? Man, Doug. Did you see that, guys? He was gonna just... See, he got it all worked up there because I left him. And he got behind me and he was panicking. Oh my God, Matt's left! But you see how fast he hit the brakes when I called him? That shock collar tune-up I gave him really worked. He had lost his discipline completely with all the predator action that we had happening here. That was actually quite impressive how I stopped him so quick. I'm actually happy with that. Hey Doug, you're a good dog that time. Unfortunately, if I wouldn't have yelled, I think you might have just ran over top of all the ducks. Come on guys, we're going to the lake. Well, it's a little bit easier walking without glasses this morning. It looks like I'm keeping the ducks in the viewfinder here for you guys. But I want to get down to the lake here, or down the creek, because I really want to get a shot of all the ducks going up the creek, because yesterday that was really awesome. Actually, there's the hurt duck. Look how good she's walking today. She's doing a lot better. Oh, a little bit of a break there, but He seems to be healing. Yeah, he's taking a little bit of a break here. What do we got behind us? Oh, we got a bunch of them that are staying behind us here. Doug and I are going to probably have to bring those ones down. Damn, I was hoping all the ducks would cooperate today. Doug, come over here. Doug, come. Come on. It's actually a nice morning. It's only about 16 degrees Celsius right now, but it's supposed to rain all day. And I hear a whole bunch of ducks behind us. It sounds like they're not coming, or they're taking their time. Yeah, it is. Look at them. They're interested in the mud down there. So the mud down there is all covered in algae right now because of this warm weather we're having. We got a bit of an algae bloom down there in the mud, and the ducks are sifting through the algae. They're using their bills to go through it. These ducks love to eat algae. They'll, you give them a puddle of water with a bunch of algae in it, and you want to see it get cleaned up quick. All right, looks like they're coming. Doug's watching over here. He's doing good today. Like I said, that all I had to do was that one shock. That's all it took to snap Doug out of his not listening. It reinforced who's the alpha male there in this relationship. Come on, ducks. Yeah, those guys down there are totally focused on the algae. I noticed it this morning that the mud there was all going green. Because of this warmer weather we're having. And the amount of rain that we got here. But that little hurt duck, she's getting better. She must have got raped. This morning rush with the creek open like this is so much better. You know, when you can watch the ducks go right out to the lake. All right, I think Doug and I have to go down and get the rest of the ducks. Yeah, they're not cooperating at all. I'll give you. They're totally focused on the mud down there. All right, well, Doug and I are we're gonna go around them just so we don't spook them back up to the yard. So, damn, I was hoping we'd have a really good rush this morning. You know, it was pretty good. You know, as far as speed is concerned, they didn't waste any time in the yard. But these guys here are seriously sidetracked by all this fresh algae. Now, Doug and I are going to go around them, and I'll get them to come down. Oh, frogs everywhere. Actually, this year, I will say one thing about this wet weather we're having. I cannot believe the amount of frogs on my property this year. I have not seen this many frogs in years. And they always say, a telltale sign of the environment is reptiles, snakes and frogs. The first ones to be affected by a bad environment. And my property must have something good going for it, because this year the amount of frogs, it's mind-blowing. I can't believe it. One in the garden, can't believe the amount of frogs in the garden, can't believe the amount of frogs in the bush, in the swamp, in the grass. It's all right, we got to get ahead of the ducks here. They're going ahead of me. All right, I'm going through some really rough ground here, guys, so bear with the camera work. All right, Doug and I are going to get these guys to the lake. Come on, ducks. Doug, back, Doug. Let's give the ducks a chance here. Oh, Doug, you're so much better since the shock collar retreat in the day. Oh, my puppy. Okay, look at these guys over here. They're just, the thing is, they're also, the ducks are hunting frogs. The amount of frogs I've seen the ducks get is crazy. They see a frog and look out. I've watched some serious frog consumption go on with the ducks, which that's another thing I don't understand. With the amount of ducks I have here, you know, eating frogs, I don't understand how I can have so many frogs. Because the ducks are eating frogs like it's nuts. And when they get a frog, you know, I never have the camera, of course, when it happens, but it's so funny to watch them because they can't, you know, they chase each other while they're trying to, you know, swallow it whole, because ducks can't tear it apart. So they're not like a chicken, where a chicken will just, you know, decimate a body by pecking away at it. Ducks have to, oh, look at that. Ducks have to swallow it whole, and because they can't chew. So it's when you're watching them with the frogs, and they have to, you know, try to swallow it, and then the other ducks are chasing it, trying to steal it. It's really hilarious. And the Ruins are the most aggressive frog hunters. That's the #1 duck when it comes to, you know, eating frogs. The Pekings, you know, they'll eat frogs, and the Muscovies, but the Ruins are the absolute biggest consumers of. Pretty soon, all the Muscovies are going to be flying. Pretty soon it's going to be, you know, when, like last year when I was coming out in the mornings and the Muscovies would be out in the yard because they would leave the pen. Oh, the holes are getting big. Almost lost it there. My rubber boots sunk about 15 inches. I can't believe how good Doug's doing today. He's changed dog. But he has an upset stomach this morning too, so there's something, he puked, but he was a good dog. He puked on the tile floor. So I was like, oh Doug, my last 3 dogs always puked on the rug. They'd be in the kitchen and they'd go in the living room and puke. Doug came over and actually stood beside me at the kitchen table and did his thing on the tile floor, so it was easy to clean up. I thanked him for that. What a great morning rush. It's getting better every day. And we got Indian summer coming the next 5 days. You know, I seem to have curtailed the predator action through a lot of vigilance, a lot of work, a lot more work than I anticipated this year. But I learned a lot this year. Some harsh lessons. Look at that. Oh, look at the ducks are taking their time here. We got some that are just dragging their bums here on leaving the creek. Those are lucky ducks. Man, my ducks got it made. Alright, I think that's it. But there's some there that just, you know, now that the creek's cut open, they just aren't in a rush to leave it anymore. The Stovies. Alright. Well, like I said, it's supposed to rain, like, actually there's some raindrops. Oh. Oh, look at the Scobies are flying away. Damn. As soon as I took the camera off, 3 of them took off and flew. Well, pretty soon, you know, we'll be, you know, going down the lake and we'll be just, you know, the Scobies will be circling us. So, I can't wait for these, you know, last year's adults to get their feathers. Because I have a hunch, once the females that are in the yard get their feathers, they're going to fly to the lake. Because I know, you know, last year, actually I know this past winter, you know, they were flying from the pen circling the frozen lake and coming back. So I can't see them, you know, staying in the yard and being, you know, yard bound when they can fly. Can't see it. You know, maybe I'm wrong. You know, they're going to make a liar out of me, but I just don't see them. I think once they get their feathers and they can start flapping their wings and getting air, which those girls should really be able to fly, being, you know, one, a mature bird, and their bodies are so small. We could get some serious flying action, which would be really cool. But I love that part. All right, guys, what an awesome morning rush. It was great. No predators. Things are working out. Things are getting better after a really rough week last week. Oh. Well, I'm gonna go have my coffee and a breakfast, and I got a whole bunch of paperwork from my other life to take care of, so it's a good day. It's gonna be raining, so that's the morning rush, guys. What an awesome morning rush. I'm just in the barn here. I came in yesterday and the barn was absolutely pristine. There wasn't any poop, nothing in here, and today there's a whole bunch of poop, and there's a nest of eggs, and there's a Muscovy on the other end. But look at that, I got 4 eggs. Right on, breakfast. I was going through egg withdrawal here. We got another Muscovy over. She's nesting. Anything in her nest? Doesn't look like she has anything in here. No, she's got no eggs. I'll leave her alone. Like conduct, leave her alone. But I got 4 eggs. Right on. Like, I haven't had eggs. I'm trying to think here. It's been, I almost say it's been like almost 2 weeks since I've had an egg. It's been a long time. Yeah, I got nothing in my fridge. You know, I got duck eggs. Oof. Oh, I can't believe this. I am so excited over eggs. I'm just working on the kitchen table doing some paperwork, and I looked out and Dougie was at the door here, and he was just laying here just having a little snooze. But I want to show you who's over here with Doug. Now Doug's usually in the back, but because he's laying at the front door, look who came and is here with him. The Muscovies are following Doug around. Wherever Doug lays, they go over and lay by him. So it's and there's 2 more in the trees. They were a few minutes ago. They were on the deck here, actually not even 3 feet from Doug. So he's they seem to stay close to Doug. It's bizarre how the ducks you know, act that way with him. But yet, you know, if he walks over, they move. But yet, you know, if he lays down and goes to sleep, next thing you know, they're laying right by him. Or they come over to see him, and they, you know, they were like, I looked out and the ducks were like not even 3 feet from him, and then they moved over there and they're sitting down now. But it's so funny. And those are last year's Muscovies, you know, so Doug's new to them, you know, it's not like it's this year's Muscovies. Doug the duck protector. The ducks were all in the bush, and they heard the Canada geese coming, and they all started running towards me. It was so funny. But the ducks came home early today because we got Canada geese coming in. And anybody that's watched the show last year knows that domestic ducks are afraid of wild geese. So the ducks came home today. Oh, actually, there's the wild ducks. There's 2 of them here. Look at. We got wild ducks that keep coming in with the ducks. 2 little wild female mallards. Look at that. They're so tiny compared to mine. And the crazy thing is that they walk into the yard with the other ducks. Well, I'll just zoom out here just so you can get an idea of the size difference. They're so small. So last night we had 1 and tonight we have 2. So they'll probably walk up towards us here. They're not flying away. Oh, they're starting to walk away. So the wild ducks keep coming home with mine. That's wild. Well, I guess with a flock this big, you know, it's just too many decoys for them to resist. But just imagine how many of those it would take to have a meal. They're so tiny. Yeah, so anyways, the ducks came home today. It was about 3:45. As soon as I heard a bunch of Canada geese fly over the property, and as soon as that happened, the ducks came back. So I'm just going to get some feed out. Feed the ducks. Those wild ducks, they're not leaving. They're still down there. Yeah, they're still there. Too cool. I love it. And actually, you know, the more fall progresses here, we're going to get more and more ducks coming in. We might, they want to get fed really bad. We might end up having a whole bunch of ducks. Oh, they're just taking off. Oh, they're gone. That's so neat. Right on. Normally wild ducks, you cannot get that close to them. They're, you know, especially this time of year with all the gun shooting going on, because duck season's open. You know, they're a little skittish. But look at them. They're following me. Look at this. They know I'm going to feed them. Yes, guys, I got to go get the food right now. I'm leaving the gate open, but even when they come back early like this, I'm not. I don't have any food in the pen because I don't want them to get into the habit of coming home for mid-afternoon snacks. So I just leave them, let them strip the pen and leave it empty all day. And then at the end of the day, because right now it's 5 o'clock, so I can put some feed in and it's all right. Just so they get this in, just so they don't get it in their head, you know, that they're coming home at 2 and 3 in the afternoon to have a snack, and then stay in the yard. Because that's not what I want them to do. I don't want them here. But they came home early to, like I said, I was in the garage working, doing a bunch of paperwork, and actually I was packing some t-shirt orders, and thanks everybody for buying the t-shirts, and actually I got a couple of donations today, so I'm really, thanks a lot, and I really appreciate it. It really helps the duck adventure, especially with all the bad luck we're having this year. We're having lots. So, but I was in there doing that, and I heard the Canada geese, and the next thing I know, I look up and there's all my ducks coming back. All right, so I gotta go get the feed for these guys. They're cracking the whip. Just listen to the hive. And actually, this is a little bit calm. By the time I got back from the garage, they'd actually calmed down a little bit. But they're actually quite polite. They don't walk and talk to each other too much there at first. It calms down really fast. This craziness only lasts me about 10-15 minutes, and then everybody calms down. It's sort of like, at first it's like the rush for the pigs, because look at this, there's like a whole bunch of ducks. They're not even interested in food yet. So it's not like all of them are hungry, it's just some of them are. So, and some of the ducks, they're not even remotely interested. They're down there, digging in, for grubs and, eating grass. And it's just starting to rain again. But this is the last day of nasty weather, and then it's supposed to be nice. We got Indian summer that's showing up here. So, actually, I gotta give you a little more video of these guys. It's actually a pretty good rush here. Doug, get back here. They're calming down here really fast. Ideally, you know, it would have been nice if I could have made the feeder 7 feet long instead of 4 feet, but it works. Holds enough feed that, you know, they can feed all night off and on when they want. It's not like, you know, they all got to eat right away. They can take turns later on. Doug's protecting his ducks. He's sitting here on top of the hot tub. Well, now he sees me. He's been sitting up there guarding. His head up in the air, looking after his ducks. Ducky. Oh, I know. You saw me. No, get back out. You're not coming in. Go and take care of your ducks. All right, people. I've already been down in the swamp once here. Something's going on. Doug is being a little bit freaked out, but the ducks went into the pen, just freaking. I'm out in the back here barbecuing on the bar some chicken wings here, and which I traded from duck meat from my doctor buddy. And I've already been down in the swamp. There's no noises, no nothing, but the ducks went into the pen and they panicked when they went into the pen. Like everybody's in the pen, and it's like far too early to be in the pen. It's not even dark. Like I can tell how bright it is right now. But they were like this. They were scattered all over the yard, just like they'd been for the last couple hours. And then all of a sudden they panicked and came towards the house. Doug took off. He was on the hot tub, and he took off and went down there. Now Doug's sticking right close to me. There he is, which makes no sense. Usually he gets all freaked out when there's a smell. But I went down to the swamp, and when I was down in the swamp, the ducks lost it, and they just all of them went into the pen. I've never seen them run into the pen this early like this. It's like there's something around here, and I've already been down in the swamp without the glasses because I was barbecuing, and I just grabbed the shotgun and I threw the rubber boots on and I ran down. I didn't have time to grab the glasses. Something's here. The ducks know it and I don't. And for some reason Doug's not even clued in tonight. Like, look at him, he's as calm as could be. Unless the ducks are just, you know, skittish tonight. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Doug and I were in the swamp and the ducks went into the pen on their own. And the ducks, you know, just don't go in this early. Well, I'll lock everything up here and turn the fence on, but unless something was circling the yard and Doug is, you know, but the smell of the barbecue wings on the barbecue, Doug just didn't smell it. Because he has been pretty interested in the barbecue. Oh, I don't know. This is just bizarre. Doug, stay back. Doug, back. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, we've got another, at least another hour, 45 minutes of daylight. It doesn't make any sense for them to all go in this early. And they're even skittish of me walking around here. And the thing is they've been calm all day, like really, really calm. I don't get it. It's got me baffled. Well, we'll energize the electric fence here, and I'm going to be on the barbecue here on the back deck, and maybe something will show up and I can get a shot off here. I'm going to keep the shotgun real close. I don't have to go back into the house. I don't know if by going into the house, because I was on the back deck, I had to run into the house to get the shotgun. I got it hanging on the inside door. Unless the door or the sound of the door opening and closing, you know, caused whatever was here to leave. This is blowing me away that they've gone in so early. I don't get it. Like, absolutely nothing. Well, maybe tonight they're going to have a predator sighting, and well, we'll know if the ducks are freaking in the pen. I'm going to take the 22 up to the bedroom. That way, if I have to take a shot out the window with the scope on, at least I can see. Well, I'm going to go back to cook up my supper here and If anything happens, I'll turn the camera on.